rise and shine. This is the day the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. Good morning. It is cold outside. How many of y'all feeling the cold? Woo! This is not normal for us. This is not normal for us. The fireplace is lit, and got me a nice cup of Joe, and I'm ready for the day. Got a lot of great things happening today. This morning is Kendrick Chisholm's birthday. That's my brother from another mother. Go ahead and give a shout out to Kendrick. Today is Kendrick's birthday, and that's my boy right there. We good people, man. Connected together. You know, God sends some people in your life, and you be like, where have you been, man? You're one of those people who, you know, ride or die, brothers. You know what I mean? He's the real deal. Happy birthday, Kendrick. Go ahead and give a shout out to Kendrick this morning for me. I'm sending this right now. Okay? Give a shout out to Kendrick Chisholm. Good guy, man. They don't come better than Kendrick, man. I'm telling you, you got some Kendricks in your life. You're blessed and highly favored. So truly, truly, truly grateful. This morning I want to teach on this subject, overcoming boundaries, borders, boundaries, and to personal growth and productivities. The concept here is, how do I get better? The concept here is, how do I stay more focused? The concept here is, how do I become a fruit producer? It is the will of God for all of us to do well. And you can't get tired of this stuff, man. You just have, listen, certain things you have to do because there are things you just got to do. Okay? You got to bathe. Okay? You got to catch a bath. Okay? I don't feel like catching a bath. You got to catch a bath. Okay? You got to brush your teeth. Okay? It's not how you feel. You brush your teeth. Okay? You got to eat. Okay? You got to eat. Okay? Just make a commitment. You're going to eat. All right? Here's the deal. Here's the deal. Then, then you got to make... Kendrick Chisholm is in the house, ladies. And come on, everybody. Ladies and gentlemen, he's in the house. I see you this morning, bro. Happy birthday, man. Keep getting better with age, man. That's my brother right there. But listen, there are certain things you got to do. And here's one of the things you have to commit to. You have to commit to being a lifelong learner. Brittany, you have to commit to being a student. All along, you're a student. And here's the deal. Here's the kicker. I meet people, Kendrick, I meet people who are upset. Jamal, I meet people who get upset, right? They get frustrated. And remember, this is our year where we're working on how to not be frustrated. Hey, Miss Cynthia, we're trying to work on how not to be frustrated. And I meet people and they're frustrated. And here's what I'm saying. You're mad. How's that working for you? You're frustrated. How's that working for you? You know, you don't have to just keep being frustrated. You know, you don't have to keep being stuck. You know, you don't have to stay in the position where you have chosen to. Okay? You've chosen to. So what I'm saying to you this morning, decide to choose to. Decide to choose to do what is right. Now, when you're frustrated and you're angry, you got to start evaluating and assessing, how's this working for me? Well, coach, I just don't agree. Well, how's it working for you? You don't have to agree. You don't have to agree with your boss. You don't have to agree with the government. You don't have to agree with your neighborhood association. You don't have to agree with your school, your child's school. Well, it's not working for me. Well, it's not working for you. You want it to work. You want life to work. I don't know about you, Miss Jocelyn. I want it to work. So when I say, listen, evaluate and assess your life, because you were created to be a fruit producer. Your life is supposed to work for you. Okay? Your life is supposed to work for you. And if your life is not working, make some adjustments. Write that down. Make some adjustment. So Kendrick, on this beautiful birthday day that you have, you brought in the snow, brother. The snow came in, and it didn't came in to stop us from driving. It didn't came in to stop us from going out. What it did, it just came in just to let us be cold so we can light the fireplace and have cocoa and can still go out and do life. But I want you to spend some time, Kendrick. Birthdays, I think, is a good time to reflect. It's the changing of seasons for us, or changing of the calendar year for our existence. And so this next year, you start looking, what's working for me? What's not working for me? Come on, make some adjustments. It's okay to make, no one should be upset with you on the adjustments you're making for your life to be more fruitful and more rewarding. Because the goal is life is supposed to work for me. Write that down. Life is supposed to work for me. If life is not working for me, something needs to be looked at and adjustments need to be made. I like winning. Oh, come on, somebody. Come on, if you feel me this morning, I like winning. I like doing well. I don't even want to be friends with people who find it comfortable just to accept what is, and their defeats and their worries and their complaints is just, that's just who they is. I love winning. I want to thrive in every area of my life. So I'm tweaking, I'm adjusting, I'm learning that I don't have to. Come on, I'm free. Glory be to God. Come on, say it with me. I like winning. Come on, somebody. I like winning. And so here's the deal. There is a mindset to winning. Come on, there is a behavior that comes from winners. Thank you guys for sharing. Thank you guys for sharing. Thank you guys for sharing. I think yesterday, I don't know how you did it, Miss Brenda, but Miss Brenda, you sowed a good seed to your brother's life, and I appreciate it because you know what? I'm encouraged in the Lord to keep doing what I'm doing because I'm winning. Come on, glory be to God. I'm winning. I like winning, okay? And I want all of us to win. Come on, somebody. I want all of us to win. I want you to win. I want you to win in every area of your life. And I don't have no ill will spirit. I just ask people, how are you winning? Are you winning in every area? Faith, family, finance, fitness, and fun. Are you winning? So in John chapter 15, verse 8, let's go there. John chapter 15, verse 8, Jesus teaches that bearing fruit glorifies God and identifies us as his disciples. That's what the scripture says. That ain't Ricardo. That's what the scripture says. Watch this. To cultivate a fruitful life, consider these three things. Three things you need to consider. Number one, I want to be fruitful, right? I want to win in every area of my life. Number one, set clear goals. Set clear goals, okay? Set clear goals. You got to know, what are you going to do with today? That's why, Kendrick, that's what I'm telling you. Today is your birthday. What are you going to do with the next year, Kendrick? What are you going to do with the next 5 years? Come on, come on. Good morning, Maria. I see Lady Chisholm in the house. Come on. Number one, set clear goals. Brittany, what are you going to do with the rest of the year? Write it down. The Bible says, write the vision and make it plain. Come on, people. Write the vision and make it plain. So do what you got to do to make sure you have an idea where you're going. You have an idea where you're going. You have an idea what you're going to be about. You know what you're going to be about this week. You know about what you're going to be about for the rest of the month. You know what you're going to be about for the rest of the year. Set clear goals. If you're not setting clear goals, you're making a mistake. If you don't set clear goals, you're making a mistake. Proverbs chapter 21, verse 5. Listen to what Proverbs chapter 21, verse 5 teaches us. It emphasizes the fact that, watch it, the plan of the diligent leads to profit. Did you ever see that in the book? You saw that before, Kendrick? Watch this. The plan of the diligent leads to profit. That's good stuff. I want to profit. I want to win. I want it to come together for me. Establishing specific, achievable objectives provides direction, motivation, and enabling us to focus on our efforts effectively. So what I was able to do, I was able to told my wife this morning, I said, today is going to be a productive day. Today's going to be a productive day. I said, what we're going to do is, all of us, I'm pushing all of my clients to make sure that they're very clear about what they're about. They're very clear on what they're about. You don't want to be all over the place. Okay? You don't want to be all over the place. So number one, set clear goals. Because why? Establishing specific goals sets us up with direction, motivation, and enabling us to have a level of focus that's just amazing. What happens is, most people fail because of broken focus. They're all over the place. They're all over the place. Yesterday, I talked a little bit about consistency. Consistency. You got to show up. You got to show up. Now, watch this. Show up in doing what you said you're going to do. That's the goals. The goals is what you said you're going to do. At the end of the year, you're going to have an emergency fund. That's really good. At the end of the year, you're going to take better care of your body, and you're going to show that you are consistent in the daily habits that you incorporated to take care of your body. At the end of the year, you're going to have a social circle that's rich and empowering, people that are good for you. At the end of the year, you're going to grow. You're going to grow in every area of your life because you're going to push the envelope. So number one, set clear goals. Number two, guys, develop self-discipline. Develop self-discipline. I want to say to those of you guys who have been sharing this, you are rock stars, okay? I appreciate you. This thing can't go out unless you share. So I appreciate you for that. But number two, develop self-discipline. Now, I didn't say pray for self-discipline. I said develop self-discipline. God's not going to make you disciplined. You're going to make yourself disciplined. Well, I'm just not disciplined, coach. I'm believing God to help me to become more disciplined. It ain't going to happen. God's not going to make you more disciplined. You're going to have to discipline yourself. Some things God doesn't do. There are a lot of things we got to do. Well, I'm not disciplined. Well, that's going to hurt you. That's going to hurt you. And the less discipline you have, the more it's going to affect your destiny. Discipline is necessary for effective living. Okay? You're going to have to be disciplined. If you're going to win, and if you're going to continue to win, discipline must be a part of who you are. So let's go ahead. You've already been showing up in the mornings. That's discipline. You've been drinking better. You've been drinking more water. That's discipline. Okay? You've been going to work. That's discipline. Come on. You've been practicing going to bed on time. That's discipline. You've been working out. That's discipline. So stop saying you're not disciplined. Come on, let's all say it. I'm disciplined. I'm very disciplined. I'm learning. I used to say I'm not that disciplined, but I've been doing these morning sessions Monday through Fridays for about 15 to 20 minutes for years now. For years. Come on. I can go back now 3-4 years and I could see the small aging process happening in my life because the aging process is real. Right? And so you need discipline. You need discipline. So go ahead and declare it right now. I am disciplined. I'm disciplined. I'm disciplined. Discipline is necessary for effective living. But Coach Deborah, watch this. Discipline is also necessary for building your best life. Come on. Discipline is necessary for building your best life. You are going to find there that life is going to be very difficult for the undisciplined person. So I said, you have to discipline yourself. Now, watch this, y'all. Watch this. You can become disciplined. You can become disciplined. Okay? You can become more disciplined. Come on. So if every week you're working on becoming more disciplined, you're going to find that your life is going to be improving because of your level of discipline. It is discipline that helps us to improve in the areas that we're trying to get together and trying to fix. 2 Timothy, listen to what 2 Timothy chapter 1 verse 7 says. 2 Timothy chapter 1 verse 7 reminds us, he says, For God gave us, watch it, for the Spirit of God gave us, does not make us timid, but gives us power, love, and self-discipline, right? So in other words, we have the Spirit within us that will help us to thrive in our pursuit for self-discipline, because discipline is possible. Discipline is something we all can function within. We all already function in a certain level of discipline, but we can get better at discipline. Your lack of discipline will affect your destiny. Okay? Your lack of discipline will affect you. Love yourself so much that you discipline yourself. Okay? Understand that you have the power to self-discipline yourself. You have the power to discipline yourself. So go ahead. Cultivating habits that promote focus and consistency is essential for personal growth and productivity. I want to be productive. I want to thrive. I want to grow. Then discipline is going to be necessary. I don't like working out. There's a lot of things you don't like, but you do. Did you hear that? There is a lot of things you don't like, but you do. So now what you have to tell yourself is, there's a good percentage of things that I'm doing in this season. It's about what I have to do, not what I like to do. If you do enough of what you have to do, it'll get you to where you like to do. Okay? If you do enough of what you have to do, and you just got to tell yourself, I have to drink water. Oh, I don't like, stop saying that. Oh, I don't like working out. I have to work out. I have to save some money. Come on. I have to socialize with different type of people. Somebody said, life's just not working out for me. I've met so many people who talking about life is not working out for them, and they won't discipline themselves to go to Ananias' house. I use the term Ananias' house as to someone who has the deliverance for you. But I don't know him, and I don't like how he's talking. I got a problem with him. Well, he got your deliverance. If Ananias got your deliverance, you got to get over your feelings and go to Ananias' house. If you're Saul and you're blind and you got issues, you got to get past your issues and go sit down at Ananias' house and let Ananias lay his hands on you and let him pray for you so you can get vision, you can get sight. So somebody is assigned to help you. Go sit down, get over your feelings. He talks down to people. She talks down to people. I don't like what she gonna say. I have a spiritual mom. She's amazing. And let me tell you something. Mom T, when you call her, she don't cut no corners. She didn't care. She's 90 years old. And at 90, she don't care. She going to tell you what she got to say. But I'm telling you, I'm better for it. So I'm saying to you guys, all of us need to get to the point where we need somebody in our life that will call us out. You need somebody to call you out. You need somebody to just say it as it is. Okay? So, Pastor Claire, what did you say? Do what you have to do now. I love it. I love it. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, here's what you did. Here's what I need you to know. Self-discipline is necessary for next level living. Self-discipline is necessary for next level living. So your level of focus and your level of consistency comes from discipline. Okay? Your level of focus. Well, I'm not that focused. That's because, one, you don't have clear goals, and two, you haven't disciplined yourself to embrace the clear goals that has to be executed based on what you said. Okay? So if this is where you're going and you've started incorporating these behaviors, keep incorporating those behaviors because they're going to be necessary. That's what discipline is going to demand. Discipline is going to demand. You said you're going to work out 3 days a week. What's happening? You said you're going to stop eating those junk food. What's happening? You said that you're going to start putting away $1 a day. What happened? You said that you're going to go and sit at the table of this particular group because that particular group is going somewhere, and you understand that there is power in association. But you haven't been showing up to the meeting. You haven't been eating. You haven't been reading. You haven't been saving. Come on. What's going on? What's up? Well, Coach, I just been feeling certain kind of way. Get out of your feelings. Get out of your feelings. Don't let your feelings be your guide. Let your vision be your guide. Let your goals be your guide. The goal is to be productive, okay? The goal is to be productive. And so I want you to know you can be productive in all that you put your hands to, okay? So, number 1, set clear goals. Number 2, develop self-discipline. Number 3, y'all ready for the closing one? And I'm done. Number 3, manage time effectively. Manage time effectively. Okay? You need to get this in your head. Listen. You are responsible for how you use your time. If you've been following effective living, stop saying, I don't have enough time. If you have been following effective living for a while, stop saying, I don't have enough time. You have the same amount of time that the president has, that the mayor has, that the governor has. You have the same amount of time that anybody you think is thriving and doing a lot. You have the same amount of time. Guess what it's called? It's called management. As a matter of fact, watch this. You don't manage time. You're going to like this, Pastor Claire. We don't manage time. We manage ourselves within time. Time keeps going even if we don't manage ourselves well. Do you like that, Coach Deborah? Time keeps going, Ebony, even if we don't manage ourselves well. So the truth is, I don't have enough time. Well, time don't care how you show up. because time is going to keep going. What you have to do is you have to value, come on somebody, you have to value your second, your minutes, your hours. You got to be responsible for what you do with your time. So time management is all about you. Okay? Time management is all about you. What are you doing with the time? Start paying attention to your seconds, your minutes, your hours. Start paying attention to what you can get done in a day. I got up this morning and I told my wife, I said, hey, I got a lot of stuff to do today. It's icing outside or snowing outside. It's cold and everything. I could shut down and not do anything. But discipline is necessary. Goals is necessary. Time management is necessary for us to have an amazing week, have an amazing month, have an incredible year. Okay? So, Ephesians chapter 5, verse 15 and 16. Ephesians chapter 5, verse 15 and 16 advises. Watch what it says. Watch what it says, Pastor Claire. It says, be very careful then how you live. Glory be to God. How many of y'all see that? Ephesians chapter 5. Watch this, verse 15 and 16. I tell people, they reading the Bible. I'm like, Lord Jesus, help me. Help me. We got these people, they're reading the book and all they're doing is reading the book as a storybook. No. This is a manual. It's a manual, people. It's a manual, Jamal. And so, Kendrick, listen to this. It says, watch this. Ephesians chapter 5, verse 15 and 16. It says, be very careful. Go read this for yourself. Underline it. That tells you. Slow to speak. Watch this. The devil is as a roaring lion seeking whom he may devour. So be very careful. Then how you live. Don't just live. Be careful how you live. Watch this. Watch this. Not as unwise. Glory be to God. He says not as unwise, but as wise. In other words, you could live unwise. How many of y'all see that? Watch it. Who is he talking to? He's talking to the saints. He says, watch this. How you live, not as unwise, but as wise. It is possible for you to be standing next to somebody who shout all week and got a good spiritual tone, but they living unwise. Upgrading their phone. Well, you know, I get every iPhone. When the iPhone come out every year, I get an iPhone. But you ain't got no emergency fund. You ain't got no emergency fund. So that's unwise. That's unwise. You're aging and you're not taking care of your body. That's unwise. You're not exercising. That's unwise. You ain't drinking water. That's unwise. You don't like people, so you don't engage with people when life is best built, best enjoyed in community. Well, you know, I just don't have anybody. With 8 billion people on the planet, that's unwise to not be friendly, to not build community. So he says this, but that's not the point I'm trying to get from the scripture. I just want you to know, you need to work the scriptures and look at yourself when you look at the scriptures and try to make sure this thing is working for you. But let's go into the main point that it's trying to say here in Ephesians chapter 5, verse 15 and 16. It said, be very careful then how you live, not as unwise, but as wise, making the most of every opportunity. That's the main point. Making the most of every opportunity. Every second, every minute, every year. But why are you always going? I'm not always going. I'm just taking advantage of the time I have. Okay? And so, prioritizing tasks and maximizing the opportunities that are at hand and minimizing distractions helps us to use our time wisely, leading to a more fruitful life. Okay? The person who manages themselves well will do well with time. Let me say it again. The person who manages themselves well will do well with time. So, by implementing these principles, we will align our actions with biblical teaching, fostering growth and productivity that honors God. The goal is, I want to honor God. So, I like winning. I show up because I want to win. I believe you want to win as well. The Bible teaches us whatever our hands find to do it with all our might. So today, get up and tell yourself, I have goals. Today, tell yourself, I'm going to be disciplined to fulfill those goals. Get up today and tell yourself, I'm going to block time for each of these things. I've been writing down my list of 10 things I want to do. And then I'm like, do this by 8, do this at 9, do this at 11, do this at 1, do this at 3, do this at 5. And I slip every now and again and don't stay on it. But now here's the deal. I got a wife who told me, where's your list? Where's your list? Get back to the list because it helps you to manage yourself within the day that you've been given. So do what you got to do to get the result that you need so that you can win. It's all about winning. So we say, well, it's not all about winning. I'm talking about winning for you. When you lay down at night, you want to lay down with satisfaction. When you show up, you want to show up knowing that you gave your best effort. Everybody's not going to like how you show up. That's okay. But once again, you are on a journey to fulfilling the will of God for your life. And as you fulfill the will of God, please know, it's about you being able to hear, well done, thou good and faithful servant. Have a phenomenal day. Thank you again for sharing this in your WhatsApp group. Thank you for sharing this on social media pages. You guys are awesome. I love and appreciate you all. Be safe if you're around these parts with the weather. Be safe. Protect yourself because guess what? We're playing the long game. The goal is we want to do well over the long period of time. And so manage yourself in a way to make sure you don't hurt yourself. Okay? Make sure you don't wreck yourself. So it's not about how you feel. It's about what you see, how you discipline yourself within the time that you've been given so that you can get ahead. God bless you guys. Have a great day. Bye-bye.